So this weekend I got a lot of stuff done on the car. I managed to wrap up the interior install. With the exception of the passenger door panel, I need to order 2 of the little armrest clips. I thought I had some here. I looked everywhere, I couldn't find them. But everything else is done. So I figured I'd just do a quick video update. I haven't done one in a couple of weeks now. So the carpet is the 7-piece set from TMI. They're the ACC floor mats. The upholstery is from TMI. I had my sister-in-law at B. Jane Designs cover it for me. This is the TMI foam and upholstery. She did the covering on the stock frame. And then the front seats are TMI complete. I bought them, the frames, the sliders, the adapters, everything. They bolted right in, no issue. They're really comfortable. It's a little bit tight from the seat to the wheel getting in. I'm about 5'10", 200 pounds. Once I'm in there, I'm really comfortable. It is a little bit of a squeeze. There's plenty of headroom. I've got the Mustang Stafir 1-piece headliner. That gives you 2 or 3 inches of extra head space, which without it, the head would probably be pretty close to touching. The rest of the rear interior panels are all stock stuff. The light housings are Scott Drake aftermarket, but everything else is OEM, just cleaned up and repainted. The steering wheel's from CJ Pony Parts. The center console is TMI. It's a T56, which puts the shifter pretty much in the stock location. I had to open up the hole in the floor a little bit, but not much. And then I used a boot and a trim ring from a Fox Body Mustang, which fitted that pretty nice. The pedal covers are from Mustang Stafir, but it is the original pedal box for the clutch and the brake. But I got the Mustang Steve cable clutch conversion set up on it. And then it's a stock Coyote, Mustang Coyote pedal with the Mustang Stafir relocation bracket. Put it right where it needs to be. When you floor it all the way, still about a 1/4 inch from touching the carpet, so it's perfect. The door panels are TMI with Scott Drake handles and armrests. Everything there fit really nice. The door, this door is aftermarket, the other door is original, but I don't know if you'll be able to see it here, but the little square holes, only 2 of them are used, and that's with the little clip that mounts the armrest. On this aftermarket door, it didn't have the holes in the right place. One wasn't there at all. There wasn't anything close to it. I had to cut out that square hole. The other one was off by about 1 inch, so I got them in the right spot and got that fitted today, and then realized I was 2 clips short, so that's why I wasn't able to do the passenger side, so I'll get them ordered tonight. The other thing the aftermarket door does not have is the holes for the data plate. So I pulled measurements off my original door. I am going to add those holes, and the original rivets are still good. I'm going to put the original data plate and rivets back on this door. And then everything under the hood is wrapped up. It just needs to be cleaned. Everything's a little dusty. The last little bit of wiring I have to do is the harness for the hood turn signals, which is on my bench in this mess. I'm going to pull it apart and make sure everything's in good shape, and then rewrap it, and then I'll get that wired in. I already have my wires marked under the dash where it needs to tie in, so I'll have to run it through the firewall and figure out how I want to route that. But the first drive went really good today. I took 3 short trips, about 2 miles each. The only issue I'm finding that I'm having is, and I hear it's pretty typical with the Coyotes, is if you're cruising along, say 30, 40 miles an hour, and just put it in neutral to coast, it wants to stall. So I will talk to my tuner and we'll get that sorted out. I may have to get the speed cal wired in, I'm not sure. I do have the speed sensor off the transmission tied into the computer from the harness that Brian Tyler Brown built, but I've had some issues with that, so I'm not sure if it's related to it's just running the control pack tune, which performance-wise, it felt really good. I probably ran the car up to about 80 miles an hour today. Went through all the gears, shifted really nice, cruised really good. 50, 60 mile an hour, just have a lot of back roads around here. Just the car felt really predictable. Steering, I'm running manual brakes. So I wasn't sure how that was going to work, but they felt really good. I'm running the Willwood Master cylinder, the proportion valve there, the 6-piston 13-inch brakes in the front, and then the rear axle's an 8.8 out of a 96 Mustang. So I'm running the stock size brakes with the Ford calipers on the rear there. But the car stopped really nice. I went under heavy braking a couple times just to seat the new pad, and it felt really good. It didn't require a whole lot of pedals, so I don't, at this point, I don't regret the decision to go with the manual brakes. I think it felt really good on the car. The power steering felt really good. That's from Vintage Air. That's the front runner kit for the Coyote, which is that bracket down there. It runs a GM pump, and then the Mustang's to Fear reservoir and hard lines run into the rack. The Mustang's to Fear front suspension, so it's an 0304 Cobra power rack. And then the bottom of the steering column, I have the Mustang Steve bearing conversion. And then I just had to add a couple of joints. I actually cut the end of the steering shaft off to eliminate the rag joint, went to the 3/4 inch double D and put my fittings in there. There's no binds, everything's away from the exhaust. No leaks, no weird noises. It was rubbing a little bit in the back, so I'm going to lift the rear probably another 1/2 inch or so. There's only probably about a gallon or two of fuel in it. So once it's got a full tank and there's a passenger in here, the car's gonna squat a little bit, and it's just a little too low for back road driving. So I'm gonna bump it up probably 1/2 inch, and I think that'll be good. But overall, the car felt really good. It wasn't too stiff. Like I said again, I'm running Mustangs to Fear full front subframe with QA1 coilovers. I believe they're on setting 2 out of 5. And then in the rear, I have the AJE 4-link with Viking coilovers that are non-adjustable. I'd have to look back through my notes, but I think they're 250-pound springs. Either way, the car just felt really good. I've heard some people say that they're really stiff and bouncy, but honestly, it rode really nice, so I think it's gonna make a great cruiser. So thanks for watching. For everybody that's been following the build, I'll have a couple more videos to post, I'm sure, but for the most part, it's pretty wrapped up. I'm really excited to have all the hard stuff done. Now I can enjoy it a little bit, get it cleaned up, and look at selling it. And stay tuned, I'll be starting on my 66 coupe probably in about 2 or 3 weeks. I've got some plans for it. Some will love it, some will hate it. I'm gonna do a non-traditional motor swap on it. I already got a couple parts. Well, here's the Mustangs to Fear mini tubs that I got this week. So that'll be the first sheet metal work getting done in the car, because overall it's pretty solid. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching.